Jason Kidd needs to be investigated after this demoralizing loss that the Dallas Mavericks just suffered at the hands of the Washington Wizards. The score was 117 to 107, a 10-point loss. There was a fake comeback late in the fourth. The Dallas Mavericks weren't shooting good all night. Turnovers left, right, and center, but there was a little glimmer of hope. And of course, it was a fake comeback, something that we're all too familiar with as Dallas Mavericks fans, but this was embarrassing. There wasn't anything wrong with the players. The players are who they are, but these coaches, specifically Jason Kidd, threw this game away as if it just didn't matter. So in this video, we're going to take a look at tonight's loss. What went right? What went wrong? And did anybody even stand on business? But how's it going, everybody? My name is Marcel Martin. This is Mavs Digest, bringing you the latest news on everything Mavericks related. And before we get started with today's video, we're currently sitting at 21,899 subscribers, literally 101 subs away from 22K. If the Mavs ain't going to make you happy, hopefully I can make you happy. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, because that would make me happy. But the Dallas Mavericks have a problem. The problem is our coaches. It's Jason Kidd. We lose to the San Antonio Spurs in our season opener. Things didn't look that good, but hey, put some respect on the Spurs. Put some respect on Victor Wembanyama for who he is. The fact that he now has some of the best odds to win MVP after that game. Sure, we lost to a better team. But the Dallas Mavericks had a chance. The Dallas Mavericks had a chance to go 1-1, show the fans at home what they can expect from this team, especially against a team like the Washington Wizards, who over the last several seasons just doesn't know how to win most games, breaking records for the longest drought of wins, tying with the Detroit Pistons. It's a no-brainer that Anthony Davis, Klay Thompson, and Cooper Flag, while coached by Jason Kidd, should be able to take on and beat the Wizards at home. If we take a look at the box score, we're not going to stick too long on this box score because the whole game was just abysmal. Anthony Davis had 27 points, 5 turnovers, 2 blocks, 2 steals, 4 assists, 13 rebounds. He was 0 of 4 from 3, 9 of 19 from the floor. PJ Washington did look like our best player, but don't get it twisted. He also had flaws as he had 18 points with 8 turnovers, 1 block, 2 steals, 1 assist, 9 rebounds, shot 2 of 5 from 3, 8 of 14 from the floor. If you take away the turnovers, PJ Washington, in my eyes, is the best player for the Mavericks so far. In the first 2 games, it's PJ Washington, the most consistent. We talked about how PJ's going to bring the ball down. Jason Kidd wants him to, I guess, share ball handling duties, which works if it's working. 8 turnovers. At some point, you tell him stop bringing the ball down. At some point, you make adjustments. He's shooting threes. Try to get him set up for threes. He's actually looking like a capable shooter, whether he attacks the basket, hits a mid-range shot, or 3. PJ's been looking like an effective scorer, but handling the ball? 8 turnovers? We have point guards, and why aren't they playing? Cooper Flag. No disrespect to Cooper Flag. It's not his fault, but you don't put Cooper Flag, who's a 6'9 forward, in the point guard position. You put a guard out there. We can't treat every game as an experiment. What's so wrong about winning? I don't know. Jason Kidd has a lot to answer for. But to round off the box scores, Derrick Lively only played 19 minutes. He's perfectly healthy. Also only had 1 foul. He wasn't in foul trouble. So why did Derrick Lively play sub 20 minutes? It's beyond me. But he had 8 points, 1 block, 2 steals, 2 assists, 6 rebounds, 4 or 5 from the floor, 2 turnovers short. We're going to have Derrick Lively play 18 minutes while we lose to the Washington Wizards. Klay Thompson, horrible across the board. Was just not a good player. Glad he only played 17 minutes. But he had 8 points, 1 steal, 4 rebounds, 1 of 6 from 3, 2 of 7 from the floor. And I'm staking my claim right now. Klay needs to come off the bench. Max Christie needs to be our starting shooting guard. Max Christie looks so much better than Klay Thompson when it comes to shooting. Max Christie needs those minutes. And of course, Max Christie did play more than Klay, but let Max Christie start because we somehow start off well and we just teeter. We don't have any gas in the tank. We're playing great. Klay Thompson in the starting lineup, and then comes second quarter. Where's Klay Thompson? Missing shots. No defense. It's all there. It's all right there in front of us. And off the bench, Najee Marshall had 7 points. He had 1 turnover, 2 steals, 4 assists, as well as he was 0-1 from 3, but 2 assists from the floor. Not the best game from Najee. Hopefully he can bounce back. D'Angelo Russell, I want you to pay attention. D'Angelo Russell had 9 minutes logged and had 1 point, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. D'Angelo Russell did not play a single minute in the third quarter. The Dallas Mavericks were down by about 6 to 8 points at halftime. The Dallas Mavericks had no playmaking. The Dallas Mavericks had turnovers over turnovers over turnovers. Out of the halftime, D'Angelo Russell did not play a minute of basketball in that third quarter. The Dallas Mavericks, who have no playmaking, no shot creation, no floor general or facilitator, did not play D'Angelo Russell the entirety of the third quarter. Jason Kidd needs to be investigated. To finish up the box score, Brandon Williams, 7 minutes. No points, 1 steal, 1 assist. Max Christie had 29 minutes off the bench. Again, looking like the only player off the bench that could actually help us. Had 9 points, 2 assists, was 3 of 6 from 3, 3 of 7 from the floor. Ryan Nembhard, 10 minutes. Had 2 points, 1 rebound. And Jaden Hardy, 11 minutes, 9 points, 1 rebound. If you count Jaden Hardy as a point guard, we played no point guard more than 11 minutes. We played Max Christie, who's not a point guard, more minutes than any point guard. We had Najee Marshall, who, yes, he can play point guard, but he is listed as a small forward. We played Najee Marshall more minutes than any point guard. The least amount of minutes played after tonight's loss to the Washington Wizards were our point guards. What is going on with this Dallas Mavericks team? I don't get what we're doing. Are we trying to force Cooper Flagg to be a point guard by any means, win, lose, or draw? In this case, lose, or lose? Anthony Davis looks like he gave zero effort out there. Yes, his numbers looked good, but it didn't impact winning in any way, shape, or form. We have PJ Washington walking around with 8 turnovers, and your point guards have the least amount of minutes logged. In what world is this elite coaching? And yes, many fans are going to say, Marcel, you're crashing out. Marcel, you're overreacting. You're always negative. I would love anybody to put down in the comment section one positive thing that they took from today, because in my opinion, no one stood on business. I really can't blame the players. They're doing their best. Cooper Flagg had a pretty decent game, much better than the game against the Spurs. But the coaches failed to put this team in any position to beat the Wizards, which should not take Kyrie and Gafford and Dante to beat the Washington Wizards. If that's the case, then we're in a world of trouble. This season is going to be a bog. But if we do take a look at a few things, Cooper Flagg had 18 points, 6 assists, 5 rebounds, shot 6 of 14 from the floor, 2 of 5 from 3, and 4 of 4 from the free throw line. And like I said, much better than his game against the Spurs. But let's look at the Mavs front court tonight. PJ, 8 turnovers. AD, 5 turnovers. Cooper Flagg, 5 turnovers. Derrick Lively, 2 turnovers. Not having a true point guard is hurting this team bad to start the season. Look at those turnovers. All those turnovers. And our point guards logged the least amount of minutes out of everybody. I understand Brandon Williams, Jaden Hardy, Ryan Nembhard, D'Lo, maybe they're not the best. They can do better than what they're doing now if they got more minutes. I truly, wholeheartedly believe that these guards are not so bad that Jason Kidd's like, yeah, Brandon Williams, 7 minutes. Oh, no. D'Angelo Russell, 9 minutes. Ryan Nembhard, I'll give you 10. Jaden, 11. No. And we know Jaden's not really a point guard. He's a shooting guard. We put him in to get instant buckets. I mean, he was in for 11 minutes, got 9 points. Our point guards are not being respected by Jason Kidd, a Hall of Fame point guard. I don't know. I don't know what we're doing because we're not winning. It doesn't look like we're trying to win games. This is a gimme. We went over the summer. We went over when the schedule came out. We have a better start to the season than an end to the season. At this point, you may as well just let the young guys develop. If we're not going to take these games serious, if we're not going to take the Wizards serious, if we're not taking the Spurs serious, then what are we going to do? Is this, again, Jason Kidd taking the first 20 games to just figure it out? Why can't we just win games? Why can't we put out what a no-brainer lineup and rotation would be to win games? Why do we have to make it harder on ourselves time and time and time again? It doesn't make any sense. There's no logical answer other than the fact that Jason Kidd is also gambling. Jason Kidd is also placing illegal bets. He's throwing games, make sure his parlay hits. There's no other explanation. But another thing we got to look at, I even tweeted this out, man. Hey, FBI, you missed one. Third quarter, we were getting outscored 21-15. We were down by 12 points to the Wizards deep into the third quarter. And then shortly after this, I had to take a screenshot. Chat, I had to take a screenshot because point to me the center. I know it's not the best quality, but I see Ryan Nembhard, PJ Washington, Max Christie, Jaden Hardy, and Najee Marshall. They have Marvin Bagley in. Where's D-Live? Where's AD? Where's Dwight Powell? Where's Musa Cisse? Why are there no centers? 3 minutes left in the third quarter. You're down by 8. I'm sorry, you're down by 12. You're down by 12 to the Wizards. There's Marvin Bagley. Where's our bigs? Where's anybody? What are we doing? The Dallas Mavericks are in for a rude awakening. This Sunday, the Dallas Mavericks will be playing the Toronto Raptors, and we may just be 0-3 because the next day we played the Thunder back-to-back, and we'll probably be 0-4. This is going to be a very long season, and if they don't make the changes necessary to win at least a game, then this season isn't about winning. This season isn't about winning at all. Because why wait till halfway through the season to take winning serious when you could start on game 1? But let me know what your thoughts in the comment section down below. I appreciate you guys making this far into the video. Check out our Twitter and Discord in the comment section down below. Make sure you drink water. Take care of yourself. Peace.